Splatoon 2 has just been announced, and with a new Nintendo trailer comes lovely game explained analyses. But I wanted to take a different approach, just go beyond the Squid trailer. Since I have ascended to S+ and played on a competitive team for a little while, I naturally love the rank side of Splatoon. Let's not delay this any further, and let's look into Splatoon's 2 purely competitive side, including weapon, mechanics, maps, controls, and more. So with all that out of the way, let's start up our analysis machine. So with all the footage we've gotten to look at, we have 3 new maps to cover. However, before we get to the interesting stuff, we first have to talk about the old. Moray Towers! How you doing, buddy? Yup, the notoriously good E-Liter map is back, and with ink rails? This confirms that at least some old maps will return, and I'm glad too, since most of Splatoon's maps were really fun. So, on to Moray. Is that it? Just 2 ink rails in the middle of the map? Well, no. Try 4 ink rails, huh? Yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better. The other ink rail can be seen going to a popular flank for an enemy E-Liter dominating the map, so these side rails do make E-Liters have to deal with more, but in no way makes it a bad pick for this map. Also, we can see, like their single player counterpart, ink rails have an orb that when shot will dictate the color of the rail. Now, the most daunting of questions comes with this new multiplayer mechanic. Can a team control both? Will they be set at the start of the match? If the rail is already one color and the enemy inks it, will it turn off or go immediately to the new color? Lots of questions, folks. However, I don't really think it matters. For one, you won't see higher ranks hiding in the rails, well, because you can't. It's very obvious when an inkling is in one, and besides that, I don't think they'll be useful otherwise. Well, except for the side ones. Those are strong flank options. And even besides all those concerns, we can see that classic map, seconds later, with no ink rails. Oh wait, but this screenshot answers a lot of the questions we just had. We can see that the rails aren't set at the start of the match. However, I do think each rail is to each team, because you can see the little connecting orbs that change the angle of the rail are light green. So in this case, it's going to be with the team that the inkling with the inkjet is on. Alright, now for the cool stuff. New maps. So let's take on the easy map first, the one we were provided a mini map with in the trailer. The Reef. Take a look. Yeah, we're all thinking it. What is this? Goodwill Urchin Underpass? Besides that glaring similarity, it looks like a fun basic map, one I guarantee will be in the test fire. Alright, let's run down the list of icons here. The rank symbol represents where I think we can all safely bet the tower and Rainmaker will spawn, right on the bridge, and if not that, under it. The faded yellow area represents the sizable splat zone, comparable, again, to Urchin Underpass, well, the patch version. The white lines predict the tower's paths, and the flags are the end goals for both Rainmaker and tower control. I initially wanted to put the flags here, but I felt it was too close to spawn, even though we have Flounder Heights, and decided to play it safe. Lastly, the inklings shown mark strong charger and mid-range positions, pretty standard, although seeing a charger on Urchin was somewhat rare. Alright, now on to the tougher ones, with no minimap and only snapshots here and there. Gotta love Splatoon's puns. Musselforge Fitness is up, and we have one snapshot to go off of. Well, let's get cracking, and I ain't talking rollers. Although we just have one good image to analyze, this is a very complete shot of the map. You can clearly see the middle of the map, and come on, the splat zone is practically laid out for us, and you can somewhat make out an area closer to the enemy space, where inklings will be sure to push up to protect their map control. Pretty compact map, with the craziest thing here being the long slopes along the center. Another peculiar thing here is the lack of prominent charger shots. I spot an okay mid-range spot for splat chargers here, and an iffy one, because of its upwards aim, E-Liters will have to take right here. The best one I see is an eyesore of a spot, smack dab in the middle of the map where you are sure to be seen. For me, this map strength screams mid-range domination, particularly rollers because of the compactness and lack of straight shots for chargers. I can already see myself annoyed that our dynamo has a strong spam position just over this wall. Lastly, we can see this map has an odd two-tier construction. How? Well, look at these two walls. The short part of both connects to the wire pathway, which you can be splatted under, while the longer sections connect to a lower path that leads us to the mid-slopes. It looks confusing now, but I guarantee, after a month post-launch, all us Inklings will be able to mentally map out this maze easy. No problem. On to our last new addition, rocking the most annoying name since Museum Aldefino, Diadema? On to our last new addition, rocking the most annoying name since Museum Aldefino, Diadema Amphitheater sets the competition amidst an ongoing concert. At first glance, we see this looks to be a standard map, 2 raised platforms for spawn and a lower mid. However, we can reference another image, and we can expect the stage to be quite long. The platform our rolling lover friend is on is in truth the map's middle, meaning that this stage is sandwiched by the 2 lower sections and then the spawns. Because of this, expect the spawns to be quite far from each other. Think Moray, Mahi Mahi, or Museum. Because of the glaring concert stage, I see the splat zone blatantly covering its whole surface, and the tower spawning in the center following a path similar to this. The wide openness of this map makes just about every weapon type good here, although I can see blasters and aerospace being left in the dust due to their lack of range if they aren't sporting a strong range sub. Charges have nice comfortable spots here, here, and here. And rollers are so-so. Positive being the sheer amount of turf they have to cover, negative being the straight shots charges will have. Besides main weapons, I see the love of my life, splat bombs, being extremely good here, and it looks relatively easy to lob one to an enemy Inkling stationed off their spawn plat from the stage. And that's not even taking into account the amount of ledges, slopes, and corners you can place them when being chased as surprise your pursuer. And that's a wrap for all the new maps we have.
これは任天堂スイッチでの最新作スプラトゥーン2に登場する新しいステージの一つ
Oh my god, it's beautiful. So many slopes to throw splat bombs on. Also, suction might be good here because of their accuracy on ramps where you don't want them to slide. And don't even get me started on the charger spots. One here, one here, one there, one there. Oh my god. However, they might struggle with aiming on the intense range of altitude this map has. Tower spawn is obvious, but I'm left on a whim for a solid path. Lastly, we may get a circular zone this time, because if not, the zone will be either a tiny square or a regular rectangle just spanning some dips and drops due to ramps. By far my favorite map right now. Trust and believe if the Wasabi Splatter Shot returns, I will have a blast using it on this darling of a map. Seen in the footage we have been given, with much more to come, or so we can hope. Stay tuned for part 3, we'll all be scoping out any new mechanics we haven't yet discussed, and then we'll have tons of test fire gameplay. Signing out from this Squid Research Lab, stay fresh.